Good evening, folks. My usual startup in a Spitfire.
Request repair. Micah Delta _ DCS. Good evening, Bill.
Hello Mike, nice to see you there. Hope you're doing alright. Evening, folks. I'm going to take off in the Corsair, but I'm also at the moment trying to get the brakes working better, because a small amount of brake when I'm not moving very fast will actually stop the aircraft. So I have to give it quite a few revs. I'm not sure what I should be at manifold pressure for taxiing. If anyone there knows, that will be helpful. But I have to have it up to about 30 manifold pressure to get stable taxiing, by, you know, so that when I use the brake at all, it doesn't stop the aircraft. So look, I'm at 20. I'll give it left brake, it completely stops the aircraft. I don't know if that's right, whether I need to be up at 30 again. I'll put it back up at... That seems awfully high. One brake is holding it.
DCS. Been a little ill the last few weeks, just recovering. Had a good stream on combined arms. The missions are getting harder, better training gives better results. How are you getting on with the Corsair?
Hi Mike. Sorry you've not been well, mate. Hold on.
Just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with the Corsair. It's not, I mean, it's not a Spitfire, okay? So it's, to me, it's pretty sloppy in the air. That might be because it's early days, you know, early access, really. So maybe they've still got a lot to do on the flight module for it. But flight model for it. So we'll see. I say at the moment I've just been trying to get it so the brakes work smoothly and evenly, and I'm struggling with that one. But I'm taxiing with a manifold pressure of about 25, which is kind of what I would imagine it should be. I shouldn't be revving the guts out of it to taxi, but I do seem to have to, because otherwise, as soon as I use either of the brakes, it will stop the aircraft from moving, which don't seem quite right to me. Right, I think I'm good for takeoff. I've got rockets. I'm all armed up and ready to go. Flaps are set. So I'll take off and see how we get on. Well, let's check my rear wheel. Yeah, I thought so. It's straight enough.
Mikey Delta _ DCS. Yeah, it feels like that to me too. I find that I don't have much feedback in the air. It's simple enough to fly, just difficult to know what it's doing.
Yeah. That was a bad move, wasn't it? I hadn't built up enough speed, I guess, for flight, and then I put my flaps up. I should have built up more speed. Let's go through it again anyway. I don't usually do that, I've got to say. I think I did something like that on the first takeoff, but takeoffs after that were okay. So doing it again is a little bit of a disappointment. Let's get another one.
Micah Delta _ DCS. You on Discord?
I'm not in Discord at the moment, Mike. I can kick it up if you like. Hold on. I'll wait for your response on that.
Micah Delta _ DCS. Sure.
Okay, stand by, mate. Discord's nearly ready. Okay, I'm in HMV. Okay, sorry, I was muted. You there, Mike?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry to hear you weren't feeling so well a while back, but you're recovered?
Yeah, well, it's my back that's been bothering me, but I've been having extra sort of problems with muscle pain, and it's because it's over exactly the same point where my spinal pain is.
Okay, just to advise, Mike, I am. This is on stream. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so it's basically just the muscles are sort of tightening, which is then tightening or pushing down the vertebrae, which is then pushing on the nerves. So I get a double whammy of pain.
Yeah, of course. And is that because you're basically not moving as much as would be desired?
I think so. I'm not quite sure. I don't know where this has come from, you see.
Yeah, right.
So I'm spending. I've been lying down a lot, and because obviously I couldn't. I hadn't even been able to get on until recently. So
yeah, and that's
it's sitting down is painful. So
right.
And unfortunately, I've not found a way to be able to use VR lying down. Because you can use VR, but the problem is your head, as you're in VR, aren't you?
No, I'm in Track AI.
Yeah. So Track AI is probably not. It might be an idea. The problem is I don't have a screen in the other room. Because if I was using VR, I could have the VR, on the head, and I can look around. But the problem is when you're lying down, I'd be always looking up at the sky.
Yeah. That would maybe you can adjust that to some degree, but when it comes to looking behind you, you'd have your head buried in the pillow, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I would. There's ways around that. I can adjust the thing similar to the Track IR.
Oh, so like amplify the movement.
Yeah. So I haven't been able to find a way to be able to sort of sit and look at something at a 45-degree angle, but looking straight, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I'm looking upwards. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's not the case. I haven't found anything that's. Although there's a couple of I know there's the DCS disabilities group in America. I might get in touch with them and see if they've got any idea of that might help me.
In the meantime, perhaps smoke some weed.
Yeah. Well, I probably would do if it was legal.
Oh, I definitely would. I've never tried it, but one of the things that I want to do before I leave the mortal coil is smoke a joint. I've never done it, so.
I mean, I don't do it because people said to me, "Oh, why don't you?" The reason why is because I'm not paying some illicit, people organisation. That's just not, I just won't. I won't do that. It's just.
Yeah, I get that.
I can't do it because
what about
20 years in the military?
Yeah, sure. What about good quality CBD? Because that's also helpful for pain, isn't it?
I have tried some. I would like to try probably more stronger.
What strength did you have? If you got it out of Holland and Barrett, it's not worth the label.
No, we did try some of that. We tried some from another place. I get mixed results. You see, it's quite difficult. To know whether it's really working or not. You need to be on it for a good amount of time.
Yeah, you need to get it into your system. Because I've got an arthritic issue, and I use it because of that. I use CBD because of that. It's various. I don't know how they work the percentages, the strengths, but the stuff in the shops you'll get something like 3% strength. If you go elsewhere, to a reputable place, you'll get perhaps 10, 15, and the stuff I'm using is 18. So you can get higher stuff. But the thing I noticed from it is my left knuckle, like the middle knuckle on my left hand, was always very pink, and it was always swollen. Like there was no little dip between the.
Yeah. You'd cut off there.
So it's. I think it might be worth, perhaps if you can, have another little look into that.
Well, that's something that I will look into.
Have you heard of Mike Wise? I can't remember what his page is. But he's very reputable. He's well known and he's reputable. There are people that try to imitate him, so you have to be aware of that. But and he does the lot as far as I know. But I think he goes up to about 15% CBD.
Okay.
So it might.
Mike Wise.
Yeah, Mike Wise is from the States. I think he suffered heavily from Crohn's disease. And that might not be the only thing. Very often people suffer more than one thing, don't they? But I think that's what he was suffering mainly when he started with it. But I say he does the lot, so you could probably get it shipped in. But of course, it doesn't come without risk. I suppose that's the trouble.
Yeah.
That's the because it does like what do you know? I don't know how much you're aware, but you know the term RSO, right? Rick Simpson oil.
No.
Right. Rick Simpson was a guy from the States who had a couple of cancerous growths, so it's good for all sorts of stuff. He had a couple of cancerous growths on his face, and he used it topically. Basically, what you do is you take a load of weed and you boil it down with good quality spirit, and you end up with a thick, dark green, goopy oil. Well, it should be golden actually by the time it comes right, and that contains a high percentage of THC, and it's the THC that does all the good stuff for you. And he basically put stuff on the marks on his face, and he got rid of them. So and it's just not well known enough because it's played down because it's illegal. Why it's illegal, I don't know. Bloody hell, alcohol's not illegal, and that's a real killer, and it's a life destroyer. And yet this stuff that actually helps people an awful lot is not legal. There's something going on.
Yeah. I mean, they're taking enough opioids as it is, and
well, you could if you had the
combat the pain.
Yeah, well, if you were able to get hold of and use the other stuff, let's just say for a moment you're able to get the THC, and you can use it in a way that doesn't make you high. But if you're able to do that, then you probably come right off your opioids. That's what people talk about, come off the opioids and use THC instead. But you can use
that would be the better option.
Yeah,
I would like to get off it.
Of course, the way you use THC, it's the Rick Simpson thick goopy oil, and you put it into these capsules that come in half. They're transparent capsules. You can pull them in half and you can empty them out. You can put it in that. Although it's best to make them differently from this, but basically you use it as a suppository, and the reason you don't get a high is because if it don't go in too far, it doesn't get picked up by the basically by the blood vessels that would take it through the liver, because it's going through the liver that causes the high. So if you were able to, I'm not saying you'll be able to do it, but if you're able to do that and use it as a suppository, it gets into your system and does all the right stuff, but it doesn't go through the liver, so there's no high. So it's a really effective, and it's very efficient as well that way. Just a bit of a pain, I suppose, to go through the process of doing it. But you can make them.
I'll have another look at it. Yeah, I'll have another look at some point.
Because the way you do that actually, if you did the suppository route, then you make them at home yourself. You basically use cacao. You use something? I can't think what it is. Cacao. Basically, you're making a very easily meltable wax, and that contains the THC. So when it's inserted, it all melts and gets absorbed. So basically, after you've administered, you'll lay down for 20 minutes, and that gets it absorbed, and away you go. But it gets so much good report. And I say for cancer as well. I mean, that's where I came in on it. Not for me for cancer, but for someone else, obviously. And it is very, very effective, but it's held down. It's illegalized, and it's held down. It's just so wrong. As you can tell, I'm a little bit passionate about it.
Well, I mean, there's another things out there. I'm all for for medical reasons and stuff. For getting high and stuff like that.
No,
there's enough things in this world.
Yeah, I can't actually see.
Go for a run. Or,
but I can't see why people enjoy it. From my experience, I had some gifted to me. Some of the thick goopy Rick Simpson oil, which is like high in THC, and before it was going to be used by the person to use it, I thought I need to know what they might go through. So I put like about half a grain of rice sized blob in one of these. I did it the wrong way. Have I said this before, that I put it in one of these capsules? Have I told you this before? Can't remember. But anyway, I swallowed it, and that's not the best way to take it, because it then ends up going through the liver, so you do get the high. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just needed to know what the effects of it. I didn't really know much about the suppository route at that time anyway. And after about an hour, I'm thinking, well, what is this supposed to be doing for me? But quarter of an hour after that, I'm thinking, whoa. But it wasn't a pleasant experience. I'd sat at the computer to make notes because I thought, well, if I do this and I try it, I might well not remember what was going on, so I needed to write it down as it was happening. And I sat at a computer, and the left hand was shaking a little bit as I was trying to type, and it just wasn't a pleasant experience. I can't see why people would want to do it, but it wasn't.
Could you put the password down in the text in the channel so I can
Oh, what, for the server? If you put the I'll put it. Hang on, I'll put it in here. Yeah, you mean
in Discord?
In Discord? Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like with Discord, so stand by. It'll take me a second. Okay, I think I've got that. Stand by. Okay, it should be there.
You put it in general, you're in the conversation.
I messaged you. I think.
Message me. All right, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm terrible. I don't find Discord at all intuitive. I sort of poke and hope, really.
Well, it's something that we did try. I did try it, and I did get some sort of benefit using CBD.
What strength was it? Do you know?
It was stronger than 4. I know that.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
I think it was probably about 6.
yeah, that's a bit better than shop strength, but not really where you want it. To be honest, you want at least twice that strength.
It's something that you'd like to try again at some point.
Well, say if you try looking at the Mike Wise set, OG Labs, just remember it.
I've got him. I found it on the.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how you verified that you've not got a copy, but
I'll find it. I'm sure I'll find it.
Yeah, but OG Labs, and I think you'll find the strongest they do in CBD. I think it's about 15%.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll be willing to try just about anything.
I will, but only within.
Yeah, within the confines of legality.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah. Just
Suppose I should start my engines.
Yeah, well, I'm just joining up in.
Okay.
In more stock. Since obviously I've been ending on for quite a while, and then when I was on, I could only sort of do it in 2D because I just really couldn't put headset on.
Yeah, I had actually missed your appearances on the stream there, Mike. I had noticed.
So I was probably only getting maybe a couple of times a week as opposed to several times. Or even sometimes only once a week. It's quite hard. But anyway, so I've managed to. I couldn't get the VR working, and I was like, right. So Luckily, I've got another headset that I was using, but it's the older version. So I've been get that working. It's not brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as obviously clear graphics wise and stuff. But you know, it's usable.
Yeah.
So that's just wings there. I know obviously all of the stuff like the alien stuff taxi with the wings up. It's a freaking thing. You're going to be going into something, you know.
Yeah. I think maybe on a carrier that might be a useful effect, but when you don't need to travel with the wings as horse like blinds, then best have them down.
I mean, I'm not. I can fly. I can take off. I can fly. I can shoot the rockets and guns or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know, I've just done some basic flying with it, to be honest.
Do you have the same issue that I have with the brakes though? I mean, I'm at 25 on the manifold pressure.
Well,
and using the brakes stops it.
Yeah, because I've got issues with my legs, so I don't use rudders.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I've got the rudder on the stick, but the toe brakes I've got on a hat on my throttle. So I do right foot, left foot, or both, you know. So I wouldn't know in regards to how much braking I'm using.
I'm just going past the front of you. Those bombs you're carrying, are they the is it bat bombs they call them?
No, these are rockets.
Oh, they're you've got something underneath as well. You've got rockets under the wings.
That's you're seeing the wheel arches.
Oh, is it? You know what? That's incredible. Let me zoom in. That looks just like you're carrying a couple of bombs. No, you are carrying a couple of bombs.
Am I? No.
Yeah. Jump out, take a look. I don't know what they are,
Yeah,
but they're bombs rather than rockets. They're not, because I think the bat bombs are a bit like guided missiles, aren't they?
Oh no, I'm further down.
Oh, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, I see the guy right back next to me. It looks like it's got bombs.
So you're closer to the fuel processing plant, or the other way?
Yes. Down by the field. Yes, coming down towards me. When you're 1 o'clock.
Oh, I see you. Oh, that does explain the confusion. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Oh, I haven't put my radio on. Are you going to put your radio on?
I haven't got that far.
And I haven't armed on me armaments either.
Can't be up for too long because we've got to grab one morning from.
Okay. Right. Well, I've got my radio on, so I should be transmitting on radio as well. Unfortunately, at the moment. So as I'm speaking to you on Discord, it will be going out on the aircraft radio 'cause it's the same button.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So if you can get your aircraft radio on, then
I don't know where is it on the right side?
okay, to get your aircraft radio on, you want on the right hand side there are 3 tabs. I'm not even sure what they're for. Hold on. There are 3 white tabs to do with tuning. If you duck down, receiver tuning. Below those 3 white tabs, there are 2 switches, and you want those switches up.
Yep.
And then further to the right, there's a 2 rotary switches. You don't need to touch them, but between the rotary switches there's another switch. You want that up.
So go.
Have you still got my stream on?
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the centre of my screen now is the switch, the 3rd switch that I mentioned. Well, when it catches up, because it'll be behind.
Okay. Yeah. See that one, the silver one.
Yeah. So there's those 3 switches. Those 3 on, and of course you'll need to have mapped a push to talk.
Okay. Give me a second. I need to talk.
Okay, so that's VoIP 1 to whatever you want to map it to, and that's on the radio chat drop down of controls.
Radio check.
Yep, copy. Although I don't know if I was getting you from the other. Hold on, I've just got myself on a screen that I need to get out of. Right. Right, I'm gonna mute myself on Discord.
Discord. Yeah.
Okay, you copy on radio. Right, I spoke, but I think when you're on your controls screen, your radio doesn't work. So you copy.
I'm going to mute yourself on Discord as well.
Okay, and this is on radio if you're receiving. Radio check, Mike Delta. Radio check, Mike Delta.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to work because I don't think I have the audio turned on my.
Oh,
do I need to have it turned on?
Have your audio turned on?
Yeah, I've got the voice chat. Hold on, let me have a look. I can hear you.
You can hear me on radio, but you can't speak.
Yeah. Let me do mic test on the DCS mic test in 2 seconds.
But you might have to set your audio in options on DCS as well. I don't know. Oh, and you might have to. There might be a thing where to check to say use radio chat. I'll have a quick look. No, if the thing that I'm thinking of is there, it's on a screen that you can't access whilst you're actually in the server.
I can hear the beep Morse code.
Okay, so you're getting that, but you could hear me speak on radio, but you can't transmit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's just setting up. I'm gonna put my control screen on to make sure we're talking the same on the same page for your mic push to talk. Hold on.
Yeah, if you just double check if you I'll just zoom in on the bits that you for the radio. If you just double check on that again for me.
Okay, stand by. Okay, when it catches up, you'll be seeing 3 silver switches, 2 of them underneath the 3 yellow labels, and one
Yes.
between the 2 rotaries. They all need to be up.
So the two silver ones.
Yep.
On the left, and then on the right you've got. Can you just point to it for me a second? Using your mouse cursor. Yeah,
it's probably got to catch up.
Yeah, I've got that.
And the rotaries you don't need to change.
Okay. Yeah.
So they should be at the first position.
Yeah. I've got those three. Oh, let me just double check on the transmitter. On the thing. So we've got comms.
Are you still getting me on Discord at the moment, Mike? I was just asking.
Yes, on Discord.
Yeah, that's on Discord. It's okay. Just that I'm on my controls screen, and I think when you're on radio, you lose connection on the radio when you're on the control screen. So you want to be on the voice chat window, which I just switched to. And I've highlighted the line that you're after. R1 VoIP PTT. I mean, mine is left control B, but yours is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, just a second. Voice chat. I pushed it. I was on the wrong one. Just a second. VoIP PTT.
Yeah, that's R1 VoIP PTT.
Yeah. Let me just turn off SRS.
Copy. And have you got your radio window up? Your radio mode window, top left.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, that's Control Shift Tab, and that way you'll be able to see when you're transmitting. When DCS has the focus, and when you're transmitting, RPTT will come up as a red box around it, and it'll be green when someone else is speaking.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
I'm going to mute myself in Discord, and perhaps you'll see what I mean when I get back onto the DCS screen. brilliant. Now my one stopped working. I don't know why.
Right, I've got it up. I can see that. I've got a green antenna.
Yep, that's good. So when you transmit, RPTT should get a green box round it. Sorry, a red box round it.
I see you've got. Oh, hold on. I've just turned it off.
Don't know why. I don't know why mine's not working now. It was working earlier because I was transmitting on both, on Discord and on aircraft radio, and now it's not transmitting on radio.
It's not. Just double check. R8 Void PTT. One on there. Is it R8 or
R1. R1.
No, that'll be it then. Clear that. R1. R1. What? Brandon. Just gonna get another aircraft. See if it's the aircraft that's the problem.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to do the same because mine's just stopped working.
Yeah, I think it's working now. It's transferring to red.
Okay, if you're red, but I'm not receiving you. Are you? Is it showing 124 megahertz?
I don't know.
On the radio mode screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the little cursor thing to go over it. It's quite hard to bloody find sometimes. 124.
Yeah, 124 is good then. That's 124 AM.
Yeah.
So you're transmitting, but I think my radio's just stopped for some reason generally.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll respawn. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm transmitting now. You receiving? Okay, I saw your green box to say you were speaking, but I didn't hear you. That's it. Oh, hold on. I might be getting you on Discord. So we mute on Discord for a minute.
I think it's it's my end. 2 seconds.
I'm getting you, but I assume I'm getting you on Discord. I'm up right now, am I? I'm seeing I'm seeing a green signal, but I'm not hearing you. Yeah, I'm seeing a green box as if you're speaking, but I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, I've changed it over. I'll let me get another aircraft because it might not register until I get a new one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Was that someone for a radio check? Oh, perhaps I was hearing you on Discord again, Mike. Okay.
Yeah, it's not picking up for some reason.
I'm sure
I can transmit, but it's not nobody's hearing me.
Okay, so you're getting a red box, but I'm not hearing you. That's as if we're on different frequencies.
Well, it says on channel 124, 124.
Okay, and on the top, on the left, so you're looking at your radio mode window, yeah?
Yeah. And
And
it says
ARC 5.
RPTT.
Yeah, and below that, You got R-ARC5.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, that's really odd.
Let me.
I'll jump off the
Hello?
mission and then come back in.
in.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, who's that?
It's me,
It's me,
Erjo.
Erjo.
Sorry,
I was hearing
Mike
Mike
Delta,
Delta,
but I think he's in the American Corsair like me, so that's why it's hard to hear. Because remember the radio's like glitched.
Right. Okay. So you're hearing Mike Delta, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's just really quiet. I don't know if you can hear me either. I think it's just really quiet. It's just the plane we're flying. But his system should be working.
Okay, Mike.
Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
Right.
It's good.
It's good.
I'm
I'm
gonna hop off.
Good luck with you guys.
Okay.
Okay. I'll jump into
him.
him.
All right.
Alright, thanks, Joe.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
just gonna change aircraft then.
Copy that.
Which
Which one do I need to go
into?
into? That's the question.
I suppose it's going to put you in on the same place. What were you in before? Were you in the Mark IV or the Standard?
The standard.
Try the Mark IV.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wondering if that might be part of the issue. I can't see why it should be, but maybe. I mean, I'm transmitting, you were transmitting, but I couldn't hear you. But hopefully, if we're both in a Mark IV, it'll work.
Okay.
Hello, Bell.
Mike Delta, radio check.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm just making sure if we're both mute in Discord. Okay, Mike Delta radio check. Mike Delta radio check. Now I'm seeing your green. Are you hearing me? Give me two flashes of your key if you're hearing me. Okay, so you're hearing me, but I'm not hearing you. That's odd. We're both in Mark IVs. Yeah, I'm seeing your little green box. Not hearing you. That's really frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah. You're not hearing Joe either, so it might be your.
It's Erjo on Discord. I hear Mike Delta just fine, and I don't know if you hear me, so maybe it's something on your end.
I think it's your volume. Just check your volume's not been turned down.
Okay, stand by. Yep, stand by. I'll just check. I'm back on Discord for a minute as well.
Yeah. Because when I push the talk, it mutes my Discord. So it will always.
Oh, I see.
Talk on Discord and
Okay, that's good.
On the
Discord,
at the bottom left, you've got by your name, you've got microphone, headphones, and a called user settings. In there, if you then select keybinds, you can then set up an action of push to mute, and then push whatever key you use to transmit. And then it'll mute that. And so each time you then push that for your radio, it'll mute Discord.
But then it won't work when I'm actually just using Discord, though, will it?
So you can do it two ways. You can either have another button for you to transmit on Discord.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
you either have one separate one for your Discord, or I wonder if you could probably toggle it, to be honest. You could have a toggle switch, so you could toggle it to transmit only on. In fact, no, that won't work.
no, I
either.
don't.
You
I,
want it
I
to,
think I'm
you only want
stuck
to
with it.
talk or say something when you push the button, aren't you?
Yeah, see, I always want to use the same key for both, so it's always going to transmit on both. If
Put a pin in that. I'll think about that, and I'll get back to you on how you could do it.
okay. Yeah, I'm seeing someone speaking, but I can't hear anyone.
Yeah. Just checking your options. DCS options, audio. Just make sure that you're. Can you hear the engine ticking over?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing everything okay. I'm sure that the speakers are correct. I can't see quite.
Just
click
on your speakers and then just click on them. Even if it's the same, just click on it and then just click again. Because sometimes I've had it where it doesn't come through on that particular channel, and then you just click it. Even if you're clicking the same thing, it'll then might come through.
Okay, I'll select something else and go back to it.
Okay.
Okay, are you getting me? I'm seeing someone's responding, and I was hearing Joe earlier.
Okay.
That's real. It's not a distance thing. Surely we're not that far apart. I'm going to move up your end and see what happens.
Bill, have you... Yeah, Bill, did you change the volume inside your cockpit?
Well, not consciously, unless I've caught something with not knowing what I've caught or what it does.
Yes. On the left underneath the three silver tabs, on the left switch, there's a left of that there's a rotary dial for your audio.
Okay, well I think I'm at full volume. I'm still not hearing. Let's turn it the other way. I can't imagine it works the other way. Okay, how's that? No, still not getting you.
I'll key up and just talk for a second. Just rotate it around again. Any luck?
No, nothing at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've definitely got it working because Joe can hear me, so it must be.
That's really odd, really annoying and frustrating. What about, I've got CW and voice, I've got that. Everything is set the way I normally have it when it has worked.
Yeah, the only thing I can suggest is Yeah, the only other option would be doing a DCS rebuild, possibly.
Yeah, that'll be
a
it.
late fit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's getting towards 20 now. I'm going to have to probably call it a night. But
Yeah, that's gone by quick.
yeah. I think that's the only other option, but we can test it again another night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Discord's working okay at the moment, but so was
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was Joe hearing me?
He can hear you. You can't hear him or me.
But I was hearing Joe earlier.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll take off tonight, or are you going to fold?
I'll take off and I'll go for a bit of a flight,
Okay.
and then I'll land. And I'll say I'll land. I might be landing the hard way.
You'll get down. Let's say that.
Yeah. So just put Joe, told him we're taxiing to take off. For a single flight.
Copy that. Be aware there's debris on the taxiway. On the left hand side there's a dead Humvee or something.
Yes.
Now, in my Spitfire, I always take off and land with the canopy open. Do you know what we're supposed to be doing in this? Do we close it for takeoff?
Joe says open to take off.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought for safety.
Yeah. I mean, I keep mine closed because I'm just I haven't really got into doing the full tutorial yet.
Right, I'll just do a couple of final checks, make sure that I'm not got anything set badly. Have you got your trims set?
No.
Do you know where they are?
No.
Okay, right. Well, just behind your throttle, there's a dial that's got like it looks a bit like petals, like scalloped edges. You might have to zoom in. So what you want is you want to set that to the right, just past the first division, which makes it about a numerical value of about 6. So that's your roll trim, your aileron trim. So set that.
So it's what? 6 o'clock.
No. If you zoom in on it, there are numbers, and the first marking is unnumbered. The second marking is 10. So between that first marking is 5, fractionally past that, is going to be 6. So if you set that to 6 and do the same for your rudder trim, which is behind it.
Yes.
Okay, so if that's now set to 6, so now you want to set your nose, and unusually your nose down trim wants to be 1 division up. So it'll be 1 division to the left of 0 for your elevator trim. So you've got a big elevator knob that you can turn just by your left thigh.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I see the numbers?
Well, there's a 0. So just go with the first division to the left of the 0, and that will be 1 division of like nose up. Nice one, Joe.
That's it. Yes.
So you should have 6, 6 and 1.
Okay. And that's, one to the left,
Yeah.
Copy.
And I don't know if we need to, how important this is, but I've turned off my fuel pump. Keep an eye on your fuel pressure, because that seems to drop and we lose the aircraft. I don't know why. Your fuel pressure is you know that the switch that arms your rockets, there's a gauge just below there, and it's got a blue section with a couple of red lines. Mine's currently reading about 10, but for some reason that fuel pressure drops down to 0. I thought I was running out of fuel, but I wasn't. It's the fuel pressure that drops off, and I don't know why.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, well, I think probably good to go. I'm going to leave my canopy open. I'll get rolling. Oh, make sure my tail wheel's locked. Okay, I'm going to go.
It's
Having
having
throttle issues. Just give me a second.
Once you're airborne, you might need to use your hat switch to just adjust your trims accordingly. I've just fired off 2 rockets because I used the same lever as I use on the Spitfire to close the canopy, and I shouldn't, because that lever now fires rockets.
Yeah,
I
think
I
I had
issues
issues
of
selected the wrong lever. I'm not getting any power.
So you're throttling up, but it's not winding the engine up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's odd. So your mixture lever is fully forward, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot to put my gear up. I just realised.
Micah Delta underscore DCS. DCS crashed, calling it a night. See you again next time.
Okay, Mike, thanks for being there. We'll work it out next time.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, we'll get there next time, I'm sure. Take care.
Micah Delta underscore DCS. Have a good flight. Say thanks to Joe for me too.
Thank you, sir. I will do. I won't hear him reply, but I'll say thank you to him. Yeah, Joe, assuming you're copying me, I probably won't hear you, but Mike gives his thanks for your help. And I don't know what causes that. I think I'm gonna have to jump back in the spit. What's the time? I might even fold. It's all gone very quickly tonight. So the question is, although I won't hear an answer, why does my fuel pressure drop in the Corsair? It just drops, the engine stops, and that's it. I thought it was because I was leaving the fuel pump on, so it can't be the fact that I've turned the fuel pump off, because I tried turning the pump off to prevent that issue, but no, neither of those things does it. I'll take a quick comfort break and have a think.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
49 radio check.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Okay, now 2 o'clock. I suppose I could carry on to half 2. It's just me at the moment. I think everyone else is turned in. But there is an enemy infantryman just there, so he could shoot at us and cause us some issues. I could take off and have a go, get rid of him. Okay, start up. I'll have a go. I'm not even going to taxi to the runway. There's no one else around. I'm going to take off on this taxiway. Okay, I won't go for the bomber as I was thinking of because he's going to be miles away. Let's do my original plan and go for the guy, the infantryman. If I can find them, they're almost impossible to see. I know pretty much exactly where he is. That got him. This is definitely my aircraft of choice.
Request repair. Copy.
for you?
I told him when he first emailed me, before I even knew who he was, that I was open to going. I had specific parameters, which is that they can't take my words out of context and make a hit.
Robbie Davidson was a leader in the flat earth world, producing the documentary Scientism Exposed, Parts 1 and 2, founding the
I just realised I haven't signed up. I've been too busy, caught up on Facebook. So if anyone's still there and listening, I think it must be a bot. But if it's a person, then thank you very much for being there. We might be flying again tomorrow night, so you never know. Gonna fold now. Gonna close the stream. Good night.